Yay! The journey of 1,000 miles begin with a single step. If you want to be successful in life, of course, we expect that, us, if we want to be successful in life, we need to make little steps at a time, not necessarily big steps. That's more likely to be impossible. Take little step at a time in order to get to where we want to go to, we want to achieve. Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Home Buying Tips, and it's just me, Juvie, tonight, because Mary Ann, she has been recently promoted to a better position, or let's say more responsibility. Hence, she's away. And anyway, I'm here, and hopefully next week she'll be joining us again. So we're keeping it short and sweet, but definitely packed with value. Tonight, we'll be diving into a crucial part of home buying, which is called making an offer. And this is where the excitement really kicks in, because it's that defining moment when you're one step closer to owning your dream home. Now, for tonight's discussion, we'll be focusing on just two key questions. Number one, how to determine the right amount to offer. Number two, key tips to make your offer more attractive. And here's the exciting part, of course. Next week, we will have a follow up. We'll be bringing in a real estate agent to talk about what happens after you submit your offer and the differences, of course, of conditional and unconditional offers. I think we've quite discussed a little bit of that in the previous episodes, but in case you've missed that one, we're going to bring it back again tomorrow. No, next week, and we will have a real estate agent. Of course, hopefully Marianne will be with us, but we will be looking for a real estate agent to talk us through the process. But tonight, of course, just stay tuned for our discussion, and a quick one. It's going to be packed with some knowledge from our personal perspective and experience as well. So just a disclaimer, this is not a legal advice, not even an advice from an agent, but sharing only my experience as a homeowner and what we've been through, because we made, how many offers have we made? Two or three? I think two. Anyway, let's move on. I'll be able to remember that maybe sometime later. Right, let's jump straight into it. When it comes to deciding how much to offer, it's very important to strike a balance between what can you afford and what will be attractive to the seller. And here are some tips. Of course, number one, you got to do some research. You don't just offer 500 for the house, which of course you will see that's a beautiful house, right? Or you don't want to offer 1 million for a house that's not even in a good area. You got to research. You got to look at the recent sales. When you are going to tap the help of a real estate agent, like what Marianne has shared with us so many times, where she offered some free advices, they actually have access to the recent sales. And even if you just go online and look through the prices of the house in a particular area, you'll get some ideas. So that's part of research as well. Research the market. Get ideas as to the sales in the similar properties, if they are the same, 3 bedrooms in that area. Of course, different areas here in Auckland will have a variety of prices. So you got to be smart. You really need to have an idea. You ask people around, especially if you have friends that just recently bought a house, ask them where it is, how many bedrooms, what are included in the properties, in the deal, and how much do they offer. So you get that idea. This will give you more confidence in putting what to offer, or putting an offer. Number two, know the property's value. Don't just rely on the asking price. Now, some houses that are being posted will have asking price, say 800,000. Just because they're asking it doesn't necessarily mean that's the value of it. That's what the owner of the house wants to get. Like in our case, we were asking for, oh, did we put asking price when we tried to put it on in the market in 2023? I think it was put under negotiation, but at the back of our mind, we were thinking of around 800. The offers, we weren't happy. It was just around 600, and that's why we didn't go ahead. So sometimes properties are listed above or below their true market value. Our market, the CV, they call it capital value, but it's more likely, I think it's capital value, but correct me if I'm mistaken, please. I've got some comments here. Uh, oh, we've got the Pinay Traveler in New Zealand watching us on YouTube. Hello there. Demkal as well. How are you? Are you already here in Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure they are in New Zealand because Pinay Traveler, teacher, traveler in New Zealand. Thanks for this, for very informative tips. I hope you've been watching our podcast as well on home buying tips. So you'll have an idea because you're already here in New Zealand. What's your next step? You've been teaching here already. Congratulations. You've got a nice house. Thanks so much for that. Probably the picture is just really good. It was taken professionally. Yeah, we put this in the market in 2023. That's why we've got that beautiful picture. This is actually my lounge, but it's just in the background. I'm actually in my room at the moment. Yay! We put our property in the market. We receive offers around 600 to 700, but we wanted 800 so that we can use that money to make an offer for a bigger property. But it didn't go ahead. Just to make the short story, the long story short, it didn't go ahead. We weren't happy as seller with the offer, so we didn't push through, and we're keeping the property. Um, as simple as that. Next. What else? You've got to consider the competition as well. During 2022, 21 to 22, the market was really hot. And all the prices of the house went crazy, crazy high. And because everyone just wants to buy the houses straight away, they had a lot of savings after the pandemic. They got the money that they want to spend. And so they were offering higher than the property value. So that it also impacts the value, the prices of the properties, and so you gotta make sure you compete with that one if you really want the house. You may need to go a bit higher to stand out. Definitely. Next, also get a pre-approval before you make an offer. Make sure that that amount is within your budget. You can't just say make an offer of 900, yet you just got an approved for 600. Wow, that's a big difference. You will get into trouble. You will find yourself in boiling water if you do that. So make sure I get approval first. The bank will tell you how much you are allowed to loan for the house. And then there will be other conditions. So it's best. Number one tip is to talk to a mortgage broker. We've been highlighting this so many times. So quick tip, if you can chat with a real estate agent after you got your pre-approved, right? To understand the level of interest in the property. Say, are there other people who've already seen the house? Do you have any offers already? How much was it? Those are the questions that we've asked when we were eyeing the house, not even this house that we looked at, that we were living in. There was another house first that we fell in love in because of the sleep out. But then again, the bank wasn't happy for that because it was unconsented. Asking questions to the real estate agent regarding the house that you've just seen can help you gauge whether you really need to go in strong or if you have room to negotiate. So during that time, when we did our viewing, there were quite a few who came in as well. So you've got an idea. It seems like they were happy looking around. So you got to observe their faces as well. And if you like that house, then ask. Have there been offers already? How much do you think this is around? And yep, communication is the key. Asking question is the key. Number two, key tips to make your offer more attractive. Now that you've got the number in mind already, and how do you make your offer stand out? Here are some keys for you guys. Number one, higher deposit. Yeah. So say the bank only gives you 800,000 maximum to loan, but you can offer the seller that, hey, we can put in 20% deposit or higher than that. So it adds value to it. It makes it more attractive than other people who would just probably put in 5% deposit or 10%. If you go higher on the deposit, they would greatly consider that. It shows that you are really serious and you're ready to commit. And number two, be flexible. Have some flexibility on the dates that you're moving in. We call it settlement dates. Say uh, you ask the sellers to set the time when you are going to move out, when for them to move out and you to move in. So giving them a little bit more of favor, right? You're not really rushing them to leave. Another one is fewer conditions. Like it's important to, of course, it's important to protect yourself with the inspections and other stuff, other conditions, but removing them can make your offer more appealing. Say, I'm going to put an offer unconditional. So, but you got to be careful with this one because if they accept it and there would be some trouble, you can't really claim anything else. So make sure you also engage with a lawyer and form your team, please, before you make a decision. But if you are confident with that property, it's totally up to you if you remove the other conditions. One thing that we haven't tried is the personalized letter, where I know I've heard this from someone, where they send a letter to the seller, especially if the seller is the one selling the property straight away. They didn't go through a real estate agent. There are few cases of that one. You can just negotiate straight away to the seller. But if you don't know them, in most cases, properties that are being posted online, these sellers are not actually disclosed. You won't know them until you will do the actual, make the actual offering, make the offer. I mean, so yeah, making or sending a personalized letter asking them that this is really what do you call this? Something that you greatly value and you feel like you're connected to the house, da da da. However, you think they will be considerate, considerate to your appeal, then they might give in. Yeah, there's no harm in trying. It's just asking, right? And of course, that's pretty much it. See, I told you it's just gonna be quick and sweet. So we've covered how to decide on your offer amount and make it more appealing. But what happens after you submit that offer? Because when you say how to make an offer, you just need to talk to the real estate agent. They will be sending you a note. It's like unconditional offer or also conditional. It's up to you. But again, I greatly advise that you engage a lawyer before making an offer. And what happens after the offer is submitted to the seller? What's the difference between conditional and unconditional offer? We're going to discuss more about that next week. We'll have a real estate agent join us to walk us through the process step by step, hopefully with Marianne as well. And I'm so excited for that. And I know you'll learn a lot from it too. So hopefully you've got a lot of ideas already from this quick discussion as to how to make an offer for the house that you really want. Success usually comes to those who are too busy to be looking for it. So if you really want it, look for it and definitely you'll get it in the long run. The same goes to home buying. You have to stay informed and be proactive. Don't just wish for it to happen, like you're gonna bump into it one day and you'll have the house? I don't know. Let me know in the comment section if you know somebody who experienced that, just bumping into someone else and then they had their own house. I know a lot of new immigrants, Filipino immigrants, are aiming, hoping that they'll be able to rent a house that in the long run they're gonna get. It will be their own. They call it rent to own. We were hoping for that one as well when we started moving, when we moved here to Auckland. But then it's quite rare. You are so blessed if you experience that, if you will find that seller. Anyway, there's no harm in hoping, in praying, but you will get closer to your goal if you work hard for it. Right. Oh, by the way, just another highlighting this disclaimer thing. Everything that I shared today is just based on my personal experiences as a homeowner, and I'm not a licensed real estate agent, not even a financial advisor, but we had invited financial advisors in the past. Bobby Chua, I greatly recommend. I've recently contacted him with regards to business insurance. Yeah. Anyway, so always make sure to consult with professionals for your unique situation. I'm just sharing my one so you'll get an idea and you will hear that some of the guests that we have are the ones that are really experts. So feel free to contact them. They will spend a few minutes time to discuss with you free. Thank you so much for joining me tonight and hope you found this helpful in your home buying journey. Give it a thumbs, please, a thumbs up, and share it with someone who's house hunting right now. And see you next week for another insightful episode. And let us know if you have any particular topic in mind that we haven't covered yet, or remind me and I'll be able to find that link, that episode, and share it with you. Once again, have a good night, everybody. Ria, yes, we have a real estate agent, Ria, for a home buyers evening. I think they're having a webinar. I've seen her post, one of her posts. Oh, maybe Ria, if you're still watching right now, flick me a message if you're happy to join us. Ria is a real estate agent of Raywa. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'll be happy to have you on Wednesday to discuss more about conditional and unconditional offer. Yay! Thank you, everybody. Kakite.